Okay, time for the Palantir weekly update. And right now we have the Fibonacci pulled up from the previous all-time high here in January of 2021 and from the low here down in December 22. And it hit the 50% Fibonacci level at 25.48 exactly, almost on the nose. It went down to 25.42 and held as support. And this is more confirmation, in my opinion, that this is in a new trading range. And this is looking like it's going to go in between the 618 around $30 and 25.50, right? This is the new trading range until it's ready to break out of this range and go higher and higher. Now, I don't think it's going to go lower than this because look, it was already in this other trading range, the 382 to the point 0.5. You can see this bullish engulfing candle on the weekly chart. It went up 43%, right? It shot up almost directly to the 50%. It fakes people out thinking it's going to go higher, but no, it just came back down to retest the 382 level, held as support perfectly, which was a previous resistance, right? You can see a pattern here. Previous resistance flipped to a support, and that's exactly what's happening now. This previous resistance flipped to a support. So any chance that it gets back down to 25.50 or a little bit below, I think personally that is an opportunity to grab more for a continuation higher. And I think eventually we are going to see another bullish engulfing candle like this that's going to maybe close above this 618 and continue higher and higher, right? So this is a very bullish development, a very good thing. And now let's look at the GAN to compare that with the Fibonacci to see more confluence. And we can see right here why it got rejected where it did. This angle right here was exactly resistance. See, it wicked above, hit exactly, and then went down and retested that support. I don't think it's really necessary to retest this arc as support anymore, simply because I believe it's in a new trading range. So that means it should be able to consolidate here. Maybe it can go lower again to scare people, but I just think that's an opportunity for it to go higher and higher. So what is next? Well, it's just a range. If we put on the Ichimoku here, this is also telling a story, right? It's telling us that this conversion line here is going higher and higher, and it's looking like it's going to also add more support as the time goes on. So I think no matter which way you look at it, this chart is 100% bullish. All it needs to do is cool off a little bit, maybe just consolidate in its current range until it's ready to go higher and higher, and then challenge this 618 level. And then once it breaks that, it'll go directly to the blue level there around $33, and then possibly even that 7-1 around 33.68. Now let's check out log scale to see more. So here's the log scale chart, and we can see that this orange level has already flipped to support, and it didn't even need to go down to backtest that 2460 zone, simply because of the reasons I already showed you on the linear scale with that 50% Fibonacci level. So essentially what we're just looking at is this angle is also resistance, and if it followed up this angle throughout time, you're possibly looking at a $35, $36 Palantir by maybe end of September or possibly early October of 2024. So this is a possibility right here, right? But I still think there could be a few more weeks or maybe a month or so just of consolidation, just a little range bound, simply because it got really overextended. If you look at these candles, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 weekly green candles in a row. That's 2 months of green. So it just makes sense if there's like a couple weeks or a month of down to sideways, right? It's just a healthy correction for things to cool off in order to go higher and higher. So the bottom line is I think that Palantir has found a base and it's just waiting to go higher, right? But any chance that it goes back to 25.50, I think that's a great opportunity to pick up more shares for the continuation higher and higher.